will find it. It is somewhere on my phone. Move ads, I don't want you. Hello friends, my name is Sarah. I'm the artist and maker behind Denim Rain. Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. Alright, so today is a projects video. I'll be talking about all the things that I've recently finished, knitting, art, etc. You can find all the links to all the places you can find me down below. My Ko-Fi if you want to buy me a cup of tea, because I don't drink coffee. My Instagram, Ravelry, website, you know, all the things. And then anything I talk about that has a pattern or yarn or whatever will be listed in the description as well. So let's get into it. It's been a while since I've recorded a project video. I actually recorded one the week before, but I forgot like half of the things I have been working on. So yeah, and to be real, I haven't really done that much since that video that I recorded that you have never seen, because last week I spent all week sewing for my next update, my next shop update, and then this week I have been dealing with an ant infestation. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll have heard a little bit about it. So we've always had a slight ant issue, but this year it's been a little extra. I usually buy like this home spray, and I spray my house once a month. I do around the outside, and then I do around the perimeter on the inside. So I did this before we left on our beach trip 2 weeks ago. And because I was like, I don't want to come home to a bunch of ants. Came home, no ants, doing good. Well, Sunday I was cooking some dinner, went to throw something in the garbage, and under the sink is like 30, 40 ants. Gross. So my husband came out to help me clean. He grabbed the vacuum from the laundry room, and a whole bunch of ants under there. And I was like, what the crap? So we cleaned up all the ants, and we put down more spray, and the spray did nothing. They like walked right over all the lines we were spraying, and I'm like, crap, now what? I was up all night with nightmares of ants. Talking about the ants makes me itchy. I can't help it, I'm sorry. Yeah, so I was up all night with nightmares, ants crawling on me and in our food, and so I woke up the next morning on Monday and I was like, there's still ants everywhere. So I'm like, I'm calling an exterminator. My husband's like, oh, you're being irrational. I'm like, no, I'm not. Because if they're walking over these lines, it's only a matter of time before they find our pantry and get into our food, and food's expensive. So no, the ants are gone. So called an exterminator. She came out, was amazing. She gave me information on the type of ants that we have. We have an odorless house ant, and I guess like the queen requests certain things, because I was telling her, I'm like, usually we have like ants that go straight for the food my kids have spilled. It's usually some sort of sugary things. We've always assumed sugar ants, but now they're going for the washing machine, the dishwasher, the sink, the toilet. I went to sit on the toilet, you guys. There was an ant. Yeah, so now I check the toilet every time I sit down. It's not something normal people should have to do. Anyways, I guess the worker ants go for whatever the queen needs. So if it's sugars or fats or water or whatever, they go hunting for it. So apparently this time it was moisture, because we were thinking, oh, it must be moisture ants because they're going for the damp thing. She's like, no, moisture ants go for like the dry, like the rot in your house. I'm like, oh, good. I was like, well, I hope that's not it. And she's like, no, that's not it. You don't have those. So thankful for that. She sprayed 2 days ago. Yesterday, I mean, Sunday and Monday were probably like over 100 ants I was killing throughout the day. So she came on Tuesday, same thing Tuesday, lots of ants throughout the day. Yesterday I killed about 8 ants. Today, 1 ant. I'm so happy. She said it could take 2 weeks and we might have an influx before then, because the spray is also bait. They take it back to the nest and it kills the ants. So I'm very happy that I've only seen 1 ant today, And even if there's a small influx, that's okay, because if it means they'll be gone permanently, that'd be great. So she's gonna come out again in 2 months, do one more spray, and then I think I'll put it on pause for the winter and then call them back and have them do it again in spring, summer, because I'm not doing this again. I'm not doing this again. I'm over it. I'm over it. If you've been following me a while, you've heard me talk about ants several times. So yeah, anyways, I want to give you a little update on, you know, why there's less knitting, because, well, I have been, no joke, cleaning my house top to bottom since Sunday, and it's pretty rare for me to stop, and when I do stop, it's only for a few minutes, and in the evenings is when I do a big chunk of my knitting, but I haven't sat down until around 9:30, around there. It's driving my husband crazy. He's very happy that we've sprayed and that he doesn't have to deal with crazy me anymore. So yeah, anyways, let's get into the projects. Okay, so the first thing I have to share with you, I am wearing, no, I'm not wearing any garments because it's warm. It's not that hot, but it's warm. And I'm feeling a little, we live in Western Washington. It's a little more humid, so it's a little sticky. I feel sticky, so I didn't want any, oops, sorry, tapping my mic. I don't want anything sticking to me. So I'm wearing a headband that I finished. I'll try and scooch up a little bit so you can see it. So it's just a garter stitch. I have a little button up there that I made, a resin button that is hand painted. Yeah, so I whipped this up in like one evening. It took no time at all. I used Paintbox DK, some leftover sage green that I had from making Lincoln a baby blanket, or Ben a baby blanket, Lincoln a baby blanket. And then leftover alpaca from my champagne cardigan. So I'm actually very happy with it. I was a little worried because it was pretty snug. I was like, shoot, I should have made it longer. But I'm actually happy I didn't make it longer because it's cotton and alpaca, and both of those don't really have a lot of spring back. So it has stretched and has stayed stretched. So I'm very happy that I didn't knit it any longer, because then it would be floppy and wouldn't stay on my head. So, and I can wear it two ways, both this way with the button on top or underneath. But my hair is at an irritating length right now. I'm planning on growing out my pixie. I kind of do that. I go short hair and then I grow my hair really long and then I go short hair. So right now I'm kind of feeling like I want to go back to having long hair. So I am in the grow out phase, which I don't like. So I need to go get it trimmed up, the back trimmed up, and some places evened out so that way it grows out a little better. And that's just going to be my life for a little while until it gets, you know, all the way around to my chin. So yeah, yay hair. But yeah, so I'm liking that the wide part is kind of managing that hot mess. I mean, the whole head is a hot mess, but whatever. So yeah, one finished object. Now I have 3 more to show you. I know I said I didn't do very much, but I actually, since it's been a while, there actually is a lot of things. So I finished my Shortie Socks. So this is my little, the yarn is Little Fish Fibers, Little Fish yarn. It'll be down below. So this is the color Eggshell Blue, and it has all these fabulous little speckles in it. I love the distribution of the speckles. I just did a self-drafted pattern. I held the fingering weight double to make a DK. I have partridge heel. So yeah, my gauge was very tight this time. Usually I struggle with my gauge being too loose for socks, but this time it was really tight. We have had a little bit of stress and stuff in life lately, so I have noticed I've been knitting a little bit tighter than usual. So yeah, they're a little snugger than I would like them to be, but that's okay. So 2 Shortie Socks. I want to make more shorties. I really like having them, especially because I like to wear socks year round. My feet and my hands are just usually cold. I mean, right now they're warm because it's hot. But in the mornings, like I wake up, my feet are cold, my hands are cold, so I like to wear socks, but then my legs aren't cold, so I like having the shorties. So these will be well loved, and I'm hoping to cast on some more soon. But I'm working on something else in place of socks right now, so I'll show you that in a minute. But yeah, Shortie Socks, I love them. That's all I really have to say about them. There's not a whole lot to say about some Shortie Socks that don't have a pattern. Okay, my next thing is my summer sweater. So this, I'm just calling it my summer sweater. It's not actually a pattern. I've just kind of made it up as I've gone. This is using the Wool in the Gang Billie Jean yarn that I reclaimed from a sweater I do not wear anymore. I had made a crochet sweater, which was a pattern. I've removed it because my sizing wasn't great, which, because I didn't know about sizing. But I didn't wear the sweater anymore. Not because I didn't like it. I liked the way it looked, but I didn't like the way that this yarn and the sweater were working together. Crochet creates a more dense fabric because of like the loops and stuff. It's like thicker than knit, which I like for some things, but the cotton denim yarn and the thick of the crochet, they weren't playing as well as this is with it being knit. So I'm really happy with it. It's got a little garter stitch detail that goes down the side of the body and the sleeves. I have not blocked this. It's cotton. It's just a throw on when I feel a little chilly in the summer evenings. So I'm not gonna block it, guys. I'm not gonna block it. But yeah, it's big, it's wide, it's got a longer back hem. I did some short rows down at the bottom. It's got like a, it's not quite, it's like a crew neck. Yeah, I really like this yarn. I'm happy that it is now in this garment and not the other garment. I think that I will wear it much more now in its current state. I have yet to wear it because I was waiting until I showed you guys. It's been sitting in a pile. So I might throw it on this evening. Yeah, my summer sweater knit out of Wool in the Gang Billie Jean. It's kind of hard to show a sweater off like that, but you know, that's how it goes. Okay, so if you follow me on Instagram, you've already seen it. You know I've finished it. I have finished my Soho top. I love this. So this is a pattern that I tested for Caidree, Sabina of Caidree. I knit this out of Bella Filato. Empire Bluff is the colorway, and it's just a 75-25 sock, and then I held it double with my own hand-dyed lace weight 100% wool. So let's talk about the pattern a little bit. It is first knit flat up here, knit flat back and forth until you join for the sleeves, and then you join in the round, and then because it is garter, you then rotate every other round is knit and then purl. So to combat that weird like jog you get when you knit in the round with garter, she has these beautiful slip stitch details on the side, which happens to look like the I-cord edging, which don't look there. I have a weird like funky thing happening. The yarn like had a weird tuft in it. Happens. So yeah, there's I-cords around the arms and the neck and the hem. It's already pilling a little bit, which is fine. It doesn't bother me. I do want to reblock it because it kind of like scrunched back up, which the nice thing about garter is it stretches out a lot, like a lot. So, but I need to block more down here, like under the arms, then at the arms. I don't think I got gauge around the arms when I picked up to do the I-cord. So I had thought about ripping them out and redoing them, but I'm not gonna do that. So I just want to block it so I don't block out the arms anymore and just block out the body, because I don't want the like armhole to go too low. For some shirts I don't mind, like this tank I'm wearing has a really low cut, but it's more of like a sporty type one, where this I don't want it to be like a sporty like one. I want it to be, it can go with any outfit. With, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see my reel where I had several outfit options for this. Modifications. I did have one modification. I did some short row shaping in the back at the bottom to make the back a little bit longer, because I like it when things come a little bit longer in the back. So that's what I did there. I did some short rows. What else about the pattern? It's a beautiful pattern. I really like it. I think I'd want to knit another one, but I think I'm gonna knit the whole thing flat and then do an I-cord join to bring it together, because I don't mind purling, like the act of purling, and the fact that it takes longer doesn't bother me at all, but it kind of hurts my hands after a while, like it hurts. So this was a slog to get through. It only took me a week and a half to make it, so that's pretty quick. It's a DK weight because it's a fingering. It's supposed to be fingering held double, but I did fingering and lace. But I got gauge with a size above, I think a full millimeter above what the pattern recommends. So yeah. But anyways, yeah, I think I would want to knit it flat, so that way I can just knit back and forth, because the purling it was not fun. I didn't enjoy it. I hated it, actually. But I wanted the top so bad that I was willing to suffer through it. I want another one because I really like the way it fits, and I've kind of thought I would like another one where I do fix the armhole issue that I have. It's not a huge issue, and it's of my own mistake because I didn't check gauge there. I checked this gauge. This gauge was fine. But then I think I would want a little bit longer, just a touch longer. And then, yeah. But I don't want to purl again. Just the idea of it kind of was like, no thank you. I'll skip. I don't need another one. So yeah. Which is funny because I don't like to knit patterns more than once, but I've actually found lately there's a few patterns I just like the way they fit so much. I don't want to experiment with other patterns and find out I don't like it. But I really like this one. I want to knit it again. So yeah. The Soho top by Caidree. It is beautiful. It is fabulous. It is now live. You can go purchase it from her website or Ravelry. I highly recommend it. It is fabulous and it fits beautifully. So yeah, Soho top by Caidree. Go check it out. Okay, so that's all the knitting I have finished. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 things I've been working on. One of them is back on hold because, yeah, I'll show that to you first. I have my cotton blanket that I've been working on for a few years now. I'm not going to hold this whole thing up because it's big and it's a whole ordeal and you can't see the whole thing on screen anyway, so there's literally no point in holding the whole thing up. So let me find an edge here. Here is an edge. So I am making a cotton garter stitch blanket. This is knit out of Homestays. This is like Walmart's brand of yarn. It's their 100% cotton. I don't remember the color because it's been like 3 years, and I think I took all the ball bands off of the yarn because I went through this phase of it looks prettier and it was going to be on a shelf, so I took it off, and I don't think I kept any of the ball bands. So there's that. Usually I keep all my ball bands in a folder. It's not in there. I don't know what happened. Must have just been tossed. Yeah, so while I was on vacation, I'm not going to pull up the side I was working on, but I knit about this much on the other end. So I'm pretty close to being done. I have about 2 more balls I want to add to it, and each ball gets me about like this much length to it. So I have about 2 more of those and I'll be done. The blanket's about yay wide, about my screen wide times 2, and probably about the same length, to give you an idea. Like I said, I'm not holding it up. It's literally pointless. You can't see it. So yeah, that is that. It is living in my By the Bay Yarn Co. By the Bay something. Where is the label? I know it has it on there. There it is. By the Bay Yarn Co. bag. It is gigantic. It is fabulous. It is fully canvas. It's got a handle and drawstrings and such. It's a good bag. I love it. I got it from Etsy years ago. I think this giant bag at the time, I don't know if they still are this price, but I think I got this thing for like $20. And it's gigantic. It's bigger than my head. Look at how big this thing is. So yeah, love the bag. It's great. It usually holds a blanket or like a super oversized sweater. It's what that one gets used for. Okay, so my next project is living in my Songbird. Focus. Is in my Songbird bag. I love it so much. I love the peaches. They're so cute. And I love her like label right on the front. It's so good. It's got the handle and a faux leather bottom. And look at this great zipper. So good. So in that bag is my sock substitute. So usually I like to have a sock or something small on the needles, like most knitters I feel like do. That way I can go places and have knitting. But I'm currently knitting some fingerless mitts for my brother. Isn't it beautiful in all of its black goodness? Let me see if you can, even when it's up close, it's so black. So it's ribbing, since you can't tell. It's ribbing up to there. Yeah, and I've just started working on the thumb gusset. I try it on me. I've got pretty small hands, but it stretches like a lot. So I think it should fit my brother. I'm following the same stitch count I did last year. For the fingerless mitts, I made him last year. That fit him and he used in winter. So it should fit him. It's the same Lion Brand wool ease. Just this time I'm making him black. Last time I made him the charcoal gray one. Same needle size. I feel like my gauges may be off, but I haven't blocked them yet either, so that's another thing, because I don't gauge swatch, guys. You know I don't. The project is the gauge swatch, but again, it's not blocked, so you know, it's fine. So yeah, fingerless mitts for my brother. Not a lot to say because it's like literally nothing at the moment. It's black iron, so it's not like you can see it. Yeah, just working on those for Christmas, because you know, gotta get a head start on that Christmas stuff, because I hate stressing and crunching and panicking over getting projects done. So we're starting now, and so far I have one Christmas gift done, one on the needles, and then once this one is done, I have another project that I will cast on as well. So yay for Christmas knitting in August. It's fine. It's a totally normal thing to do. Okay. Next project is one that I had put on hold for a while, but I took it back out of my basket, my hold basket, when we decided to go on our beach, or when we went on our beach trip, because I had the blanket to knit on for the beach trip. I then had literally this much I-cord edging on my Soho top. I was so irritated I didn't get it done in time because I didn't want to pack anything for it. So no joke. Before we left home, I was like, I'm not packing this yarn with me. Like, that's so dumb for this much I-cord that I know I'll finish in like the first little bit of our car ride. So I at home like ripped out, I like pulled a ton of yarn out of the balls, way more than what I needed, but I wanted to be safe because I was like, I'm not gonna play yarn chicken in the car without the yarn with me, because I wanted to take finished object photos at the beach. So I like pulled out way more yarn than what I needed. Cut that and just packed the Soho top, a needle and such in my bag with this project. So I had the blanket, the tiny bit of the Soho top, and then I just packed a ball of yarn in case I needed something else to do, but I wanted something stockinette and mindless, and I wanted to make progress on something besides just the blanket. So I packed my classic sweater by Espace Tricot. So while we were on vacation, I finished a sleeve. Ta-da! Finished sleeve. Oh, and if you don't remember or weren't around at the time, I'm playing my own kind of version of Yarn Chicken. I am not sure if I have enough to get the sweater to the length I want. I'm pretty sure I have enough to finish a sweater, but not the length I want. So first, I stopped knitting on the body. I've got the body on hold. And then I decided to knit the sleeves. So I finished the sleeve with one ball of yarn. And then I'm about 3/4 of the way through the second sleeve. I basically have this much more stockinette and then the cuff to go. And that will use the rest of this yarn barf, which is about 1/4 of the ball. And then I have one ball left after that to do the body. I would like this sweater to be a little bit longer. Like, I would like it to at least, like, it will hit, I'd like it to go just a little below my natural waist. I'm not sure if that's gonna happen. I think it might hit me at it, like right in the middle of it. But in here I have, let me find the end. Here, right there is the end. Is that right? That seems a lot. That seems like a lot. Maybe it is. Okay, well, if that's it, that's great. So from there to there is one ball. From there to there is one ball. So that's a decent amount. I feel like if I get that much more on the body, that would make it like the perfect length, like down to there, right? I think that'd be pretty good. So I don't know, I'm just going to be doing a lot of weighing the yarn because I want it to have a decent size, like ribbed bottom. I haven't decided if I'm going to knit it in the round or if I want to do like a split hem. I like the idea of doing a split hem for this one because I want to do like the twisted rib that I've done on the collar and on the sleeve hems. Oh, did I not twist that? No, that's twisted. It's just so fluffy, I couldn't tell. So yeah, I want to do a nice long ribbing hem at the bottom, whether it's in the round or split. I don't know. I haven't decided. Depends on the yarn. Because I feel like a split hem is going to take more yarn. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. So I just, yeah, I'm playing Yarn Chicken. I really hope I don't need to order more yarn. I would like to just work with what I have and make the body the length I want. But it's either, it might just not be the length I want, or I might need to order yarn, or it will just be exactly what I need. Really hoping. So yeah, the classic sweater by Espace Tricot. It is a free pattern that they put out. I think all of their patterns are free. I don't know, they've got a lot of great patterns. I really liked this one. I wanted something like oversized and cozy, and it needed to be DK, so yeah. Oh, the yarn. I haven't mentioned what the yarn is. So this yarn, this beautiful sagey green blue, it's like blue and green together. I just love it so much. This is Hobbie's Divina, which is like this fabulous, like blown, it has a name, this type of yarn. I don't know what it is. It's got a nylon or polyamide. I don't know how to pronounce that, guys. It has a polyamide tube with alpaca and wool blown into it. So yeah, it's really great. It's so squishy and soft. I cannot wait to wear this. Not right now though, it's hot, but once fall hits, I am very excited to have a finished sweater for that. I was very ready to set that sweater aside, but once I started knitting on it again, I was like, I love this thing so much, I can't wait. So I'm happy to be excited over the pattern again and to be making good progress on it. So yay, classic sweater. All right, and then I have a newer cast on. When we got back from our beach trip, I kind of was just like over the blanket, over the other sweater, and I wasn't quite ready to cast on the fingerless mitts of my brother's. So I want something fresh and new and shiny, and I want a sweater that is like broken rib, which I know there's some sweaters out there, but they aren't like quite exactly what I'm looking for. So I decided to start my own drafted pattern for like a broken rib sweater. So I am knitting this out of Coast to Coast Yarn Company. This is Erin's 7525 base, and this is the colorway Shitake, part of her, this is actually from her Mush Club, before she did her big mushroom release, so I've had this actually for a little bit. I got it, the first skein, gifted for a sock swap thing, and then I loved it so much I wanted a sweater's worth, so somebody was very kind and sent me some more of this, and then I sent them some goodies in exchange. And then I am holding this double with this yarn, which is Hobbie's Alpaca Blaze. I do not remember the color name. I'm just not even gonna guess. I'm gonna get it wrong. I think taupe, but again, I think I'm wrong. So I'm holding these two double. I really like the way they're playing. Let me show you how they're playing. I have finished the neckband. Isn't it beautiful? I hate that it focuses on the face. I mean, I like that when I'm, doing other things, but not when I'm trying to show the camera other things. So yeah, I've done a folded over neckband for my sweater. And that's all I've done so far. On here I have since it's a mushroom colorway sweater, I had to put my mushroom Progress Keeper from Latch and Lou on there. And then, I wasn't going to show you, but you know what? I think I'm just going to do it. For fall, I'm thinking, haven't like fully laid out all the details yet, but I'm thinking, I just made this one for me, but I'm thinking of doing a few mushroom stitch markers. So this is hand painted. I pour a layer of resin, hand paint, and then get more resin on top. So yeah, I made this one specifically for me, but I really love it a lot. And I also painted myself another mushroom one that I really like. And I want to do some project bags with some mushroom fabric. So I'm thinking I may have also ordered the tiniest little mushrooms to put inside of sheep for stitch markers. So I'm kind of thinking kind of a mushroomy forest theme. Because I want to do some foresty type stuff for my next fall stock, which is a ways out because I still have a summer one that I've had to postpone because I've been spending a week cleaning for ants. So I'm just kind of like, oh, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. I'm just behind. It's all good. It's all good. I mean, I love fall stuff all year round. So, and who doesn't love mushrooms all year round? I mean, look at these guys. They're so cute together. It's not focusing. Whatever. So yes, the sweater. I've got the folded neckband done. I now need to do some math for the raglan increases. I want to have a really wide raglan increase, like section, but I want the raglan spots to be like plain stockinette to like break up the broken rib. So like broken rib body, broken rib sleeve, plain wide stockinette, like increases, I think is what I want. Yeah, I'm excited about it. It's turning out really nice. So I really like the folded neckline, and a lot of people do, or a lot of patterns have you do like a purl ridge at the top of your folded neckline, like along there, like halfway through you do a purl line. I don't like the way it looks really, and I don't understand it. I know it's supposed to make it look, but I really like that like rolled, curly, full look. So I didn't do a purl bump. I don't understand why you would do it. I mean, I guess there's like other people would like it that way, but I really liked how this looked, so I didn't add a purl bump. I kept like folding it over as I was going to see, you know, if it was long enough, is it long enough, is it long enough, because oh my lord, there's so much ribbing. But yeah, I think it looks real good. So I'm excited about that. I haven't been working on it because, like I said, I need to figure out the math for it. So I've put that on pause. I'm mainly working on my classic sweater. I've actually only mostly been working on that. The fingerless mitts, I just work on that while we're out and about. So yeah, just mainly the one sweater. But once I'm done with that one sweater, I kind of want to cast on something like short sleeve or tank toppy again. I know like we're in the middle of August, but usually August and September are still pretty warm, so I wouldn't mind having that. Plus I like to layer things in fall and winter, so kind of want to cast on something like that after that. But yeah, now I'm going to show you a couple of things that I have added to my collection of things. They're not things that I've purchased, and it is not yarn, just things I've made for myself. So I've added some things to my Yarny collection that are not yarn, and I did not buy. I made myself a couple of project bags. So, which is the whole, like, I'm not turning into a project bag maker. Like, I am making bags with my, like, restocks and stuff, but it's not because I'm like, oh, I want to make bags. It's because I want to buy fabric to make myself bags, and then I end up buying too much fabric, and I don't want it to go to waste or just sit around, so I'm making project bags to sell, which we'll be releasing soon-ish. I don't know the date yet. Subscribe to my newsletter if you want to know. So the first bag I made myself is this cute little Star Wars bag. It's got stormtroopers on the inside. We love Star Wars around our house. So this fabric is actually the fabric that is on my son's first ever prosthetic leg. So I love this fabric a lot. It's kind of like an emotional thing for me. So yeah, this fabric on the outside I actually found at a thrift store. They just had a couple of pieces, literally the exact size I need for the small bags. So I got some of that and made myself a little project bag. The next bag I have will, I will have more of these actually in my restock. I won't have any of the Star Wars ones, but I will have some of these. This got this cute little sage flower, and then inside are these bees. I love them. They're so cute. And then I've started putting my logo on there, which I really like. And then, so all my bags have got like nice little box bottom, and then their drawstring. So yeah. My sock bags I've also made a little bit bigger than they were before, just a touch. So that way it can fit the skein of yarn, a mini, and the socks a little bit more comfortably. And then I made myself a giant bag. Ta-dee! I love it so much. It's big. I've got like a giant box bottom. It's got that blue on the outside and then this bright yellow on the inside. It's got a pocket and a handle and a drawstring. It's big. It's fabulous. I like my By the Bay bag, but sometimes I have more than one sweater going and I need two big bags. And I have another big bag that I made years ago that's not quite as good because the outside fabric is really good because I like hand painted the fabric that's on the outside, but I hate the inside fabric. I didn't have any other fabric, so I just used some stuff I had shoved in a basket, and it's not cute. They don't work together. So I am replacing that bag with this bag, which I love a lot. I love the blue and the yellow. They just play together so good. I have a couple of paintings to share with you. So while we were on vacation, I did bring my art books with me. I didn't do a ton of painting just because, you know, we play a lot of board games and things while we're on our trips. But I did take a little bit of time to paint. So I did this cute little floral. And then I did this big sunset scene. And they're both on like the same page. But yeah, I love this one. bold sunset. Super cool. So I did that page. And then I did, where are we? This page of poppies. So we have this one, just a nice cool tone. And then this little one, which is probably my favorite, and we'll have some stitch markers modeled after this poppy one. And then an up close one. I'm not as good at my up close flowers. Mother, I'm not good at them. The whole point of me filling these is to build my skill and to practice more. Like, I have a style that I'm aiming towards. Not realistic necessarily, but more realistic. I want my paintings to look like film photographs almost, which is realistic. I don't know how to explain it. I want it to be like slightly gritty, realistic, but I don't want you to look at it and be like, is that a photo or is it a painting? Like, I want it to still look like a painting, but a little bit more, I don't know. Words are hard, guys. I don't know if you can picture what I'm trying to say, but I'm aiming for that. We're getting there. I mean, compared to some of my landscapes that I've done before in the past, I've improved. I have at our church in the nursery a 3 canvas painting that I did, and yeah, I've definitely improved since then. So yeah, some art I've done. I'm very excited about it. I will have art in my next restock, which again does not have a date, but you know, it's fine. Now I have some plants. It's plant show and tell time. Yay! I'm so excited about this one. You have no idea. Okay, I'm actually gonna save the one I'm so excited about for last because, yeah. So the first one I'm gonna show is my strawberry begonia. Why is it? It's like looking at that plant over there. It wants me to show that one, but we're not showing that one. We're showing this one. Ta-da! My strawberry begonia. I love this little plant so much. So this was the tiniest, and look at that yellowing leaf. I recently repotted it. And you know, when you repot things, sometimes it takes a while for them to adjust. But anyways, this plant came from the tiniest little cutting ever. My sister had one of these at the farmer's market we were vending at, and a little piece fell off, and I'm like, can I take this? She's like, go for it. It's gonna get tossed anyways. So I took it, and it has now created this gorgeous little plant. So it will get all these little like vines off of it, and on the ends of it there will be basically like miniature plants, and then yeah, it will drape and hang and do that, and then you can chop and propagate and get a whole bunch of babies. So yeah, I really like this little guy. It was in the tiniest little like 1.5 inch pot, but it very quickly outgrew that. So yeah, I love this little guy. I don't know why they're not more popular. I think they're so funky and fun. All right, you are not ready for this next plant. Let me tell you, you're not prepared. Ready? 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 Bam! It is bigger than my face. It's gigantic. So this is actually a new plant I just got yesterday. I wasn't planning on showing this plant because I had another plant in store, but when I got it, I was like, yeah, I have to share this one. So this is a Hoya Waiatii. It is so frigging long. Look at how long this is, and full and fluffy. Like, it's like somebody's hair. Like, you could wear this as a wig. It's so gorgeous, and you're not gonna believe how much this plant is. Take a guess. Take a guess. Take a mental guess right now. And then you'll have to let me know down in the comments what you think this plant was. $6. $6. Yeah. Wow. Oh, so pretty. I'm very pleased with this one. I don't need another plant. And especially one this size, I don't know where I'm going to put it. To be honest, I really don't know where I'm going to put it. Currently, it's in quarantine in my bathroom. Whenever I get a new plant, they get quarantined to the bathroom because I don't have a lot of plants in there. I just have one that lives in there. So they always go in there just in case of pests or whatever could be lurking on it. So yeah, it's living in there for right now, but then I'm going to have to find it a home because it doesn't fit in there. So it'll live in there for a couple of weeks to make sure there's nothing creepy or crawly on it. So yeah, it will live in the bathroom for now, but it will need a new home eventually. So yeah, there's that. There's my plant share and tell. And then I wanted to talk a little bit about some of the things we've been doing. So first I want to give you some recommendations for some other YouTube channels that I've been enjoying. The first one is Casey of the Young Folk Knits podcast. I've really been liking her videos. They're just so like sweet and down to earth and just like homey, cozy feeling. So if you haven't seen her videos, go check her out. And then my next one is not actually a knitting one. This one is more home and like decor type one. Okay, so again, this one is interior design. So it's Nick Lewis. Oh my goodness, I love him. He is fabulous. He just has a personality that I really enjoy. Note, if you like farmhouse decor, he does make a lot of fun of farmhouse style. So if you like that and are sensitive and don't want your feelings to get hurt, don't go there. All of it's in fun, and he's really great and gracious to people, and like he even does like roast my space videos. He's done a couple of those, and even though like you look at some of them and you're like, oh, that's just bad, he's never like that. He's so kind, and he gives like really good practical advice too for decorating your homes and stuff. I want to get out of my house like so bad, but we just don't have the money to like get out of my house right now. So I like to daydream and watch all of his videos and just see all the different design styles that are out there and just daydream of what I would like my house to be like. So there are your two other YouTubers for this week. Go check them out. I think they are both fabulous people and a lot of fun to watch. Other things we've been watching, my husband and I just recently started Abbott Elementary, which I know is like the first season's been out for a while, but my husband has this thing where if there's a new show out, he doesn't like to start it unless he knows there's going to be renewed for a second season, because he doesn't want to start something and then find out they're immediately canceled after the first season. So we never watched it, and then he found out that there's a second season, and then it's been renewed for a third season, so he's like, well, we can watch it now. So it's been enjoyable. I feel like I'm curious to see the next season. I don't know if it's out yet or not, but I'm curious to see the next season, because I feel like a lot of these like comedy type shows, the first season can be a little bit rough. We're about 8 episodes in, and this 8th episode was the first one where I was like, I love this show. It is so good. So yeah, I like the characters. There's a couple of characters I'm kind of about, but I really like the main character, the actress. She's really sweet. She's just such a cutie. She's like the type of person you're like, I want to be friends with you. So yeah, been enjoying Abbott Elementary, and then my husband and I have also restarted watching Daredevil. So we've watched all of the Marvel Netflix shows when they were on Netflix. They have since been removed from Netflix since Disney now has their own streaming service. You have to remove the parental lock off of Disney Plus in order to see the shows, because they won't even show up when you search them. So we have our kids' Disney profile, and then we had to create a separate profile for us so the kids don't accidentally click on it, because good Lord, it is those like original Marvel Netflix shows that are now Disney shows are brutal. They're violent, and some of the other shows like Jessica Jones, etc. They're graphic. So yeah, but it's really good. We really like Daredevil. So enjoying that one every night. I'm like, can we watch another episode? Can we watch an episode? And I've been getting a lot of knitting done while watching those, because they're like 40 minutes to hour-long episodes. So yeah. But yeah, I've been enjoying those, and other life stuff. I told you about the ants. Anyways, as usual, I'm just going to stop there because otherwise I'll ramble on and on and on about absolutely nothing. So thank you so much for watching. If you haven't, make sure you hit that like and subscribe. And you know, then you can catch my next videos. So we will see you next time. Have a great day.